think I like when it rains. Cause you are the reason why I'm still hanging on.
Two, three, four, let me scream if you want some more like push it, watch me work it, I'm perfect. 2, 3, 4, let me scream if you want some more like push it, watch me work it, I'm perfect. That's right.
So many new followers that I just wanted to say, hey, if you're new here, welcome to Clean Talk. On this side of TikTok, you can find cleaning motivation, organization tips, crazy life hacks, and so much more. Here is where you'll find cleaning schedules to help keep you on track, ways to get organized and stay organized, how to get stains out of just about everything, and even some super cool mom hacks.
Let's clean with me. Einmal im Monat putze ich so richtig gründlich meine Bude. Ja, ihr habt richtig gehört, einmal im Monat reicht für mich vollkommen aus.
Wir befinden uns im Badezimmer und fangen auch direkt mit der Badewanne an. Und wie dreckig ist bitte meine Duschwand? Jetzt die Toilette und danach folgt große Spiegel. Aber dafür muss ich erstmal meine ganzen Sachen wegräumen. Ihr seht, es ist ganz schön staubig. Danach habe ich noch schön das Tablett gereinigt, alles zurückgestellt, gesaugt, gewischt und voilà, fertig.
I'm trying viral cleaning hacks to see whether they actually work, and I'm going to see if wiping oil on my bedside tables acts as a dust repellent. Oh my god, black bedside table shop, so much dust, if you know, you know. I'm mixing together olive oil, white vinegar, fairy liquid, and some water. I think you can use any oil, probably not coconut oil because that's solid and you'd need to heat it up. You need to give it a good shake when it's in the bottle, and then I got to work. It's been about 3 weeks since I've dusted these. I just used a kitchen paper, poured the mixture on, and wiped it down. Now I'll have to wait and see how quickly the dust gathers.
All right, if you're anything like me and you absolutely hate having a dirty home, especially dirty floors, I am about to give you the best advice ever. It's really not that hard to have and maintain a clean home that meets your standards. There's just a few rules that you're going to have to learn to enforce in your life, and they're really not that hard, I promise. Basically, don't ever have a husband, don't have children, and don't have pets. And I know what you're thinking, Riley, I already have those things. That's fine. It is totally fine. It is never too late to get rid of them. No matter how much you love them, how cute and cuddly they are, it's okay.
Page before you open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel that rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Treat yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. Feel the rain on your skin.
This cluttered dining room was not a usable space for the family, so our goal was to create a functional and beautiful room that the family could actually eat their meals in. So as usual, we pulled everything out. We found this cool picture of Anthony Bourdain, which we found out was really important to the family. So as I organized it, I wanted to make sure that it was front and center. It never ceases to amaze me what you can achieve when you declutter, and we did this in such a short amount of time. Now the space is beautiful, it's inviting, and most importantly, it's a functional space for the family to enjoy their meals in.
Do you feel that your kitchen is constantly cluttered? For us, it's the central point in our house, so it's the place that random stuff collects, and having a small kitchen, things build up on the sides really quickly. So today I'm tackling visual clutter on the sides, which is often overlooked but makes such a huge difference in a small space. Sometimes you just don't realise how many things are taking up space until you pull them all out. I've learned that as we have a small kitchen, keeping the sides clear really helps with looking tidier and cooking too. A tidy kitchen is a tidy mind, even if I do have to put up with those orange tiles.
Today is Sunday, which means I need to clean my house, so I thought we'd start off by doing the kitchen. This is also my first home, so I'm very new to this whole cleaning thing, so any tips are really appreciated. But anyway, I started by cleaning the sink and pouring some Zaflora down the drain. This just makes it smell so good. Then I saw someone use washing up liquid to clean their cooker, so I gave it a go, and it was actually pretty good. It was quite hard to get off, but after a few wipes, it did all go. Where my toaster is, there's so many crumbs, so I literally have to take everything off the sides, wipe the sides down, then put everything back. Then I finished off with a quick hoover and a mop, and that was it. But anyway, if you want to, definitely follow along for the journey of making this house a home and learning to clean together.
I'm the kind of girl who doesn't say a word, who sits at the curb and waits for the world, but I'm about to break out, I'm like a kryptonite. Staring at me, thinking clearly, now I'm like a bee and I'm hard for the honey, and I'm kind of sad, but you super fly, yeah, give me a
It's very echoey in here. Anyways, I don't know what I'm doing. The only thing I know is how I want my shoes organized. So I'm starting there and I'm gonna wing everything else. First, I'm building all the shoe boxes. Really cool, they have a door. I wear a 7.5, so my shoes are gonna look so small, but it's fine. 12 more, 5 more. I've been here for so long. Finally done. Now I'm gonna stack them along the wall. This looks so good. Sorry, I'm just so happy. I don't think I have enough, but we'll see. I brought most of my favorite ones, so let's put them in the boxes. Please enjoy this ASMR by Honey Mama Bear. Just putting these on top for now. Definitely gonna need more boxes, but it looks so good. Now I'm gonna organize my workout clothes. I've always wanted a workout section, so that's gonna be this side. First, I'm putting in these tension rods. My workout sets are going here. Instead of, well, I can't even talk. 3 a.m. again. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna hang these up. Just wow. Can't wait to finish everything else. I'll see you in part 4.
Believe it or not, the key to a clean house is not a Sunday reset. As much as I do love a Sunday reset, the key to a clean house is having a solid daily cleaning routine. And you've got to make it easy for yourself. For example, every morning when I wake up, I make my bed. Then I get dressed and put a load of washing on, because having a load of washing on is a really easy way to feel productive. I put last night's dishes away before I make my breakfast, and every night after dinner I tidy off the dining table because it gets full of clutter. It's our dumping ground, and it genuinely makes the whole house feel tidy when the kitchen and dining areas are clean. Now usually I will look at the laundry and walk straight past it, but I'm trying to be better at this, so I'm habit stacking. While I watch TV, I'll fold my washing. It's really no skin off my nose. Unfortunately, we have one of those couches that needs daily maintenance, so after we finish watching TV, I'll give it a little fluff, put anything and everything back in its home, like this throw that I left in the blanket basket that actually belongs on our guest bed. It really is that simple. I'm back with some more motivation for decluttering and organizing your life. I'm happy to say that I finally have the time to dedicate to creating content and decluttering my life. So I started with this random medicine cabinet because it has been driving me insane and I knew something needed to be done about it. A ton of things were expired, there was absolutely no system. So when my toddler had a fever the other day, I couldn't even find what I needed. I also picked up this super cute labeler off of Amazon and I'm obsessed with it. I think the hardest part of this whole thing was trying to put all of the medication and supplies into only 4 bins. I really hope you guys stick around because I have a lot more coming, a lot of places to declutter and organize, and I'm so excited.
My toddler's dad caught what seemed to be a stomach bug, so I did what any normal person would do and I banished him from our house. However, this meant I got stuck with a tiny little tornado of a toddler who I had to entertain for 2 weeks straight. And as you can see, our little apartment got completely neglected. I don't know why, but whenever I see people do deep cleans on TikTok, I always think, fuck it, I'm doing it too. I'm getting up and I'm doing it. So I thought I'd film this because maybe I'll be someone else's motivation today. Anyway, I got stuck into the kitchen because that's my least favourite. It never takes as long as you think it does. I don't know why. After the kitchen, I moved on to the little dining area. Honestly, I don't know what's going on here, don't ask. And I'm going to have to ask you to excuse the dogs throughout this video. This is the little front door dump. I then started on the lounge room, which for some reason I seem to be cleaning 24/7. The table's always covered in Cocoa Pops and the floor's always covered in cheese. By the way, I'm saving the floors for last. Don't look under the couch! I ran out of time to do the other rooms, but let me know if you want to see a part 2. Bye!
Like, keep it a stack. Bitches move on cause they know I got bands. They be chatting, I don't give a damn, and I'm still getting money, I know who I am. Tryna be low, he gon' hit on my gram. If he smart, he gon' act like a fan. Think you bigger, they got your head gas. Bitches slow, so I give him a pass. Like, keep it a stack. Bitches move on cause they know I got bands. They be chatting, I don't give a damn, and I'm still getting money, I know who I am. Tryna be low, he gon' hit on my gram. If he smart, he gon' act like a fan. Think you bigger, they got your head gas. Bitches slow, so I give him a pass. And I just fell in love with a gangster, so he put my name in the top. But I don't let him come to the crib, so we get it on where we at. Nowadays I be ducking them cameras, and they heard that I'm up on them banners. Calling my phone, but they know I don't answer. In the hood, I'm like Princess Diana. I'm thick cause I be eating oats. Bitch not taking shit from me but notes. Wanna be me, so she do my emotes and my name in her mouth, so I bet she gon' choke. Tell her, man, I'm the girl of his dreams. Think about me when he brushing his teeth. He get texting, I leave him on scene. Hottest bitch out and they know what I mean. Like, keep it a stack. Bitches move on cause they know I got bands. They be chatting, I don't give a damn, and I'm still getting money, I know.
is one of my biggest decluttering projects that I've done so far. My goal for 2024 is to not have all of our junk everywhere and not have a lot of junk in our house, period. Every day that I get ready, I look at everything that we have, and not being able to open our drawers is really driving me up the wall. I did go to the dollar store and get a lot of these dividers so that way everything has a place. That's one of my biggest tips, is if something has a place, it will stay in that place. It makes it a lot easier to keep things organized. Going through these drawers, I noticed that we had a bunch of stuff that we do not use anymore. I also was tired of having all of my makeup on our counters because it took away a lot of counter space. I did lose a lot of footage, so unfortunately you didn't get to see me put everything back in the drawers, but underneath the cabinets, I put the extra stuff that didn't fit in the drawers underneath here, and they all had a place. I'm so happy to have everything off of our counters and everything has a place in our drawers.
Decluttering, organizing, and cleaning, basements and garages are the worst. Today, though, we will only focus on the basement. When a basement is a cluttered, messy wasteland of junk, it can be absolutely terrifying. But we're not ever going to think about the basement as a whole ever again. We are instead going to think of our basements as areas. That's step 1. Now, step 2, you are not going to tackle organizing and cleaning your basement in one day. You're not even going to tackle it in one weekend. You are going to tackle it over the course of a lot of days. Maybe once a week, write down in your calendar to spend 20 minutes down there working on your designated area. If you're moving and grooving, keep going. If you're burnt out, run back up those steps until next week. This is one of those times when elephant is on the menu. We're going to tackle it one bite at a time. Now, if you make a promise to keep a slow and steady pace on the basement, then you can't continue to toss junk down there unless it's put away where it goes. Otherwise, you'll never catch up. Good luck!
Welcome back to I thought my house was messy because of depression, but it turns out I'm just a dirty person. This idiot. Figure out how to move the oven. You might not believe me, but this isn't the first time I've cleaned under here. I couldn't wait to see what goodies I found under there. We truly hit the jackpot. We found so many missing puzzle pieces and magnets, and look at the dirty oven on the sides. Yuck. I can't tell you when I last cleaned under here, but I do know it must be over 1.5 years, which is the age of my girls, because some of the things I found under there I haven't purchased since I was pregnant. So yeah, I can confidently say I've never cleaned the side of my oven though, which that's not a good thing either. But now both sides are sparkling. So in case it's been a while or it's been a never since you've cleaned underneath and on the sides of your oven, this is your sign. Go do it. I did it. You can do it. This is your motivation. All right. This is a shame-free zone over here. All right. Because we are on the journey to becoming cleaner people. And don't forget to clean out that bottom drawer. Wipe it out nice and clean. Treat yourself to your favorite beverage. Mine tonight is going to be a Coke with coconut creamer. What should I deep clean next?
Vous me demandez tout le temps comment je fais pour avoir un intérieur aussi clair en ayant 3 enfants en bas âge, une grosse boule de poils et surtout un mari. Et c'est essentiellement grâce au Bicel. C'est le modèle Spot Clean Pro. L'utilisation c'est très simple, vous avez 2 grands réservoirs séparés avec un récupérateur d'eau sale et un pour l'eau propre et la solution. Dans ce réservoir vous avez la ligne pour vous montrer jusqu'où vous devez mettre de l'eau, puis 59 ml de solution. Vous avez 2 modèles de tête fournis avec brosse, une grosse et une petite. Et vous avez plus qu'à clipser l'embout au bout du tuyau. Bon c'est parti, maintenant on passe à la partie sérieuse. Yacine était trop contente de pouvoir mettre plein de chocolat sur la chaise. Moi j'avais presque les larmes qui coulaient mais ça va. Allez maintenant c'est parti, je vous montre, j'asperge 2 produits. Je vais frotter un maximum avant de pouvoir aspirer le liquide. Et là maintenant j'aspire, regardez-moi cette satisfaction au max. On voit bien comment il fait bien son rôle d'extracteur. Allez on poursuit avec les tabourets de bar. Oh là là les enfants me les salissent à tous les repas. Et c'est parti pour reproduire la même opération. Je commence d'abord par pulvériser le produit. Et puis on frotte bien toutes ces taches un peu dures. Et c'est parti pour le moment de la satisfaction comme j'aime. C'est typiquement le genre de vidéo que j'aime regarder. Et regardez maintenant la couleur de l'eau dans le réservoir d'eau sale en ayant juste nettoyé une chaise et 2 tabourets.
In my opinion, dishes are the hardest things to do in the house. It takes so much time and so much effort, especially when you don't have a dishwasher. So I've been asked to do a little bit of cleaning motivation, and I think that if anything needs motivation, it's dishes. So let's jump in. Do your fucking dishes. Look, it's time to get up off of your lazy ass and do your fucking dishes, dude. Well, you think I'm fucking with you? You think this is a game? I promise you I am not fucking with you. Your dishes are in there, smelling like a rotting and I'm not going to put up with it. So get off your lazy and wash your dishes. Look, I don't even have a dishwasher. You know why? Because wash your dishes, that's why. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it none. There are people in dishless countries right now wishing that they had dishes that they could make dirty. And here you are like, I don't want to do my dishes because I don't just do your dishes. But I hate cleaning out cups and having to put, look, I'll clean out your with a 14-inch. I will spank your with a spatula and you will love it. I'll your until you bleed dish soap. Do your dishes. You are now motivated. Later.
weekly cleaning routine here all the time, so I wanted to share the 10 things that I do daily to keep our home running smoothly and help me keep my sanity. Number 1 seems really simple, but making the bed. It only takes about a minute, you'll feel accomplished, and your whole room will feel a lot cleaner. Number 2, I do 1 load of laundry to completion a day. If you're wondering if this will help keep your laundry baskets clear, the answer is no. At least not for me anyway. I don't even want to know how many loads I'd have to do to be completely caught up. Number 3, I wipe down the doorknobs, the sink, and the toilet in our most used bathroom. It's just a quick wipe down, but it really stops the grime from building up. Number 4, I unload the dishwasher as early as possible. This allows me to put in all the dirty dishes throughout the day. Number 5, I work out, shower, and I get dressed. Usually just in leggings, but taking these couple of minutes to myself really helps me feel more put together. Number 6, every afternoon I set a 15-minute timer and I pick up as much of the kitchen, living, and dining room as I can. Doing this always helps cut my nightly cleanup down in half. Number 7, after dinner I shut down our kitchen. Even though I'm usually exhausted at this point, I know that I deserve to walk down to a clean kitchen in the morning. Number 8, after the kitchen's been shut down, I scrub out our sink. It is such a great feeling to have a shiny sink at the end of the night. Number 9, we clean up all the boys' toys in our family room. And number 10, I vacuum the rug in here. I started doing all these things when I found out about the Fly Lady method a few years ago, and it has been such a game changer for me.
Day 2 of decluttering the house for Christmas, and today I am really exposing myself. We're finally tackling these drawers. I have been putting this off for so long. As much as my house looks clutter-free, I am very much out of sight, out of mind. It is making me feel really stressed every time I look at it, so I thought I just need to get it done today. Even with all these organisers, it still ends up cluttered, but I'm hoping this time I can stick to it. I was really shocked at how much stuff in here just needed to go in the bin. I have a really bad habit of, if I'm in a rush, I will just put something in the drawer so that it's out of my way. But as you can clearly see, it soon catches up with me. It was literally all sorts in these drawers, a bit of everything. There was matted hair extensions, toys, there was loads of money, I don't know where that's come from, and loads of things that I bought, tried, don't like, but just put them back in the drawer instead of giving them away. Decided to actually get rid of this box under my dressing table because it's not needed. It's just another place for me to store clutter. It looks so much better already and so much has gone in the bin. These drawers are a bit of a random mix of everything, so I think that's why I find it harder to keep it tidy. I don't know if anyone else is the same, but as soon as something starts getting cluttered, I am the worst. I will just leave it build up, whereas I should just keep it clean in the first place. Then cleared down the side of the drawers, which was also a disaster. Why do I do it to myself? Then I thought I may as well pull the unit out whilst I'm here. Nice new damp duster, because mine has definitely seen better days. If you don't know, get to know. And then I also just gave the floor a wipe down. Lovely random eyelash. Give everything else a wipe down and put a wax melt on. And that's another area clutter free, ready for Christmas.
Okay, we leave for a trip in 2 days. So this is gonna be a little pre-vacation deep clean. Our normal dogs / house sitters are coming back, so I wanna make sure it's like all nice and clean for them. Also, nothing beats coming back to a clean home. So let's go.
His closet clean and organized from now on. Like mine. My closet, however, is always full, so I need to do a closet clean out. And now I feel like a new woman, ready for 2024. How about you? Shop at IKEA and do a reset too. Because whatever life has in store for you, there's a box for it.
am not sorry, but do you realize how many people struggle to just make it through the day, let alone clean their house? If you only knew how many people struggle with endless cycles of no motivation, procrastination, avoidance, disassociation. They feel so overwhelmed by all of the tasks on their plate that they end up unable to focus on anything at all, and all they can do is worry about not getting those tasks done. Some people may experience sudden bursts of energy where they get the urge to clean their entire home, but typically burn out halfway through and disassociate because they start one task. Before finishing it, they quickly remember another task that they forgot. This just causes overwhelm because nothing is actually reaching completion. These cycles are caused from so many different factors, including ADHD, depression, anxiety, and I'm just here to reassure people that they're not alone. This is a taboo subject, and it's exactly why I've spent the last 3 years on here, sharing as much information as I can, trying to help people incorporate smaller, more manageable tasks that turn into habits, show people how to work with their impulses and not against them, so they can lessen that fight or flight mode they're currently stuck in. Because doing this not only puts my psychology background to good use, but this is also coming from personal experience. I spent most of my life struggling with my ADHD, depression, and anxiety, so I've been stuck in those cycles, which is why I try to help people by teaching them everything I learned between university and in real life experience, but also with the hopes that I can get folks like you to be less judgmental. So to those like you who have the privilege of never experiencing poor mental health that causes a lack of motivation, please remember we're all human, and clearly people are out here struggling. So instead of trying to put people down further, maybe find a more creative outlet for your frustrations.
My house is so upside down right now. We've had back-to-back tournaments like every weekend, and when that happens, like, I usually get so behind. I've tried so hard to keep up with the laundry and the cleaning, and like, I swear 1 or 2 days it just gets so behind. I've been trying to give myself a lot more grace with this because I'm realizing that this is just my life now. My house isn't dirty, it's just lived in. I started reading a book, Habits of the Household, and he literally starts it with prefacing that he has small children and he's in the thick of it, and that this book is for people that are in the thick of it. And that's literally just where I'm at, in the thick of it. I've started to listen to audiobooks while I'm cleaning so that I can refrain from rage cleaning, which I often do. It's really hard not to rage clean when there's just stuff everywhere. And I throw things away all the time. Like, I'm always getting rid of stuff, but yet there's still so much stuff. But I have 4 kids and they all have a lot of stuff in a small space, so it is what it is, you know? And everyone I talk to says the same thing. Like, this is life, this is motherhood. And I'm all about making motherhood unfiltered content because this is what it looks like. This is normal. If you have a lot of stuff, it's normal. If your kids are making messes all the time, it's normal. If you have laundry every day, if you have to clean every day, if you have dishes so high you can't see your sink, it's normal. So if you're in the thick of it like me and you get frustrated with yourself like I do, I'm here to tell you this is normal and you're doing great. You're a great mom. Love you, bye.
Listen, don't be embarrassed. If you had no one to teach you how to properly clean or a cleaning schedule, it just makes sense that you wouldn't know certain things. So let me go over my Sunday cleaning routine because I think you can take some things from it. And even if the only time you can clean is on Sunday, your house is at least going to be manageable. I always start with the sheets. It's good to wash your bedding often. I have a husband and a toddler that eat in the bed and I get fake tan all over it, so it needs it. So wash every part of your bedding. Whatever detergent you want to use is fine. I use all free and clear just because it's a cleaner option. And I also use vinegar because it's a natural fabric softener, odor neutralizer, etc. And starting in one room at a time, I pick up everything off the floors. With a toddler, there's always things on the floor. Do a basic tidying of putting things away. And then vacuuming. Right here, I'm unloading the dishwasher that ran last night, which you can see in more of my closing shifts. I'm putting the few dishes in it that we've accumulated today. So then later on, I can do my closing shift again and run it. This is just an extra thing, but I was like organizing and purging the toys we keep out in the living room for my daughter. So we have toys for her in every room in the house. I do really believe in the concept of keeping your home minimal because it makes it so much easier to manage. Right now, this is way too much stuff for me to be out here. So if things get away from you, that's fine. Just take some time when you can to go through things and get rid of the things you don't need. It'll make you a lot less stressed. Schedule that's been helpful for me is mopping every other Sunday. And the Sundays I don't mop, I clean the bathroom. So clean your toilets, all that. Those are both important things you need to do because while vacuuming is important, it's not actually cleaning your floor. And if no one taught you that, don't be embarrassed. My husband also didn't know that mopping was important. And lastly, for me with ADHD, if I don't write everything out in a planner and on the board on the fridge, we'll focus on tasks that aren't important. Those are another crucial thing that helps me stay on task and have a good week. Hope that helps.
She's had her bestie over for the last 2 days, and I told her she needed to come in her room and get it cleaned. So I'm going to hand the phone over to her, and she's going to record a little ASMR clean with me. This is actually her bestie, so I'm just going to take it and put it somewhere we can give it back to her. I do not understand what you two do when you hang out. Okay, you have all kinds of garbage under here, girlfriend. What did that accomplish? They got some barbecue sauce on the carpet, so Aubrey's going to do some spot cleaning. Okay, try again, but you need to actually scrub the spot. There you go. Her room is all clean minus her bed. I am going to take all her bedding off and give it a really good wash, but other than that, it's all clean and I think it looks so much better.
2024 and I desperately need to declutter and clean my whole entire apartment. If you're new here, I live in a tiny apartment with absolutely no storage, and so we are going to dedicate 2024 to decluttering and cleaning until I'm no longer stressed out from the overwhelming amount of things that are in my house that I have nowhere to store. One thing that I have to keep in mind is that I have to take this at my own pace and not overwhelm myself thinking that I can do this every single day and get it done as quickly as possible. I no longer have the same time that I used to before I was a mom, and I have to come to the conclusion that it is okay for me to take my time so I am not completely anxious and stressed, and honestly end up not doing this at all because of how overwhelmed I get. I'm gonna take this slowly and do this challenge where whenever I have the time and my baby is not needing my attention, because of course he comes first, I'm gonna do some decluttering, even if that means little by little. And today I worked on this tiny little corner, and honestly, I am so proud of myself because this year was a very hard year, and cleaning and decluttering was something that I truly had absolutely no capacity to do. And today my mom was in town, so I took some time at night and I decluttered and cleaned this little section to the best of my ability. So here's to 2024 being the year where I no longer allow myself to feel overwhelmed and stressed by my apartment, but instead take small steps to trying to make the space feel more like home, and that I can feel peace and excited to be here, and I cannot wait. So make sure that you follow along so you don't miss out on all the cleaning and decluttering that I'm going to be doing. And of course, if you're feeling up for it, you can join me too.
Day 64 of decluttering my house, and today we're doing the last part of the master bathroom, which is under my sink. Now, I may or may not have spent the last several days mocking my husband for his disgusting drawer. Well, here's mine. And she's certainly not pretty. I'm not going to take back my mocking, but I'm certainly not going to say he's alone in his endeavors. Unkempt drawers. There were definitely a lot of unused products in here that have moved from house to house with me, so it was definitely time to employ my mantra of, I don't remember getting it, I don't keep it. I pulled everything out and I laid it all on the floor here. Yikes, a doodle. First things first, I decided to move the pads and the tampons into the toilet area of the bathroom. I mean, truly no one likes to do the oh no, and then the waddle to go grab whatever you need. So hopefully by moving these over here, it'll save me from that oh shit moment. Next, I started going through everything else that I had, and there was a lot of vitamins that were expired that I could throw away. And it was at this moment that I realized that there was an oily film over everything that I was touching. It also got all over the floor, which was really awful. So I had to go and wipe everything up. It was pretty gross. From there, I started sorting out things that I wanted to keep. There were a lot of travel size things that I ended up thinking would be useful. So at the end of this video, I'm going to go back and do our travel drawer again. But after I wiped up that oil, it was time to put this back together. So I put hairspray in the white cabinet, and then I started lining up the lotions. And then I went through this basket and just got rid of most of it. Honestly, it was just a few travel size items and then crap that needed to be thrown away. My thought for the basket was to put my hairdryer in there and my straightener. So I cleaned out the hair from my hairdryer, which was kind of gross, but definitely necessary. And then I also put the heatless curlers things in here. I also stuck my nail polish in with the hair stuff because it was just easy to contain. From there, I started lining up lotions and hair gels, my nail polish remover, put the neti pot in, and this was done. It was definitely a big improvement for that cabinet, but I had a lot of other stuff I had to put away. First, I went back to my husband's cabinet and I put all the toothpaste and floss away, and then just kind of reorganized that. Then I went to the travel drawer. Now, I did this one a few nights ago and I wasn't really in love with how I organized everything. I just kind of lined it up in here, but I found this clear container in my cabinet, so my thought process was maybe it's a better way to kind of contain everything. It sort of did and didn't work. Some of the things didn't fit in there, but I took it as a sign that I probably didn't need to keep them. So now I have a stock of travel size hair product and face wash and shampoo and stuff like that. And with that, the bathroom's over. Yay!
So growing up, my mom always taught me to keep a clean bathroom, and that was one of my main chores. So as an adult, I always make sure that my bathroom is clean. I always start with the sink first, then the tub, then the toilet, and I like to use Barkeeper's Friend to scrub the sink. I like to use the Scrub Mommy, but for smaller areas, I use a small detailed brush, and these are linked on my Amazon storefront. Then I always use a bathroom cleaner spray to get the countertops. I also use it for the cabinets, my doors, and my walls. And I never get lazy and forget the small little annoying areas to clean. If you're gonna clean, you might as well just clean it good. So after that part is done, I move on to the bathtub and I remove everything that's gonna be in my way, especially everything that's in the bathtub. And I always start off by giving my shower a good spray down just so that everything's wet while I clean it. I also use the Barkeeper's Friend to scrub my bathtub, and I like to also use this electric brush that I got on Amazon just because it kind of does the work for you. There are better ones like with longer handles, but this is just the one that I have. And here's a hack for you. Whenever you're rinsing out bubbles, whether it's from your bathtub, your sink, always use cold water because bubbles dissolve with cold water, not hot water. And I always like to give my kids' bath toys a good clean because there's so much bacteria and mold buildup, and that is disgusting. So when the shower's all done, I move on to the toilet, my least favorite part. I start off by giving it a good wipe down, which is Clorox or Lysol wipes. And if you're not cleaning this part of your bathroom and wiping it down, please research it and look it up and thank me later. Then when it comes to the toilet, I like to always start off with a scouring stick to remove any toilet bowl rings. Then I just use this Lysol cleaner. I don't know what it's called, I forget, but it smells really good and it's pink. And I just give the toilet a good scrub down, nothing fancy. And I always like to dry my brush like this. It's a good hack. Then I always will dump out the trash and put a new trash bag in, and then that's when I start working on the floor, and I just vacuum and Swiffer it. Then I wrap it up by laying down a clean bathroom mat.
It's time for the New Year's Eve cleaning. My house is going to be sparkling going into 2024, and that is how I plan to keep it for the duration of the year. But really, who am I kidding? I only cleaned the house an hour ago and it is already looking like a mess. Me and my mum were speaking about this yesterday, saying how do people constantly keep their house clean and tidy? Do you clean it 24/7? Because I need some tips and tricks, because as soon as I've cleaned, made a cup of tea, made some food, Odie's ran around, it's dirty again. But anyway, we can pretend that I have a spotless house 24/7. If you're thinking, Georgia, you sound a bit nasally, then yes, I've woke up with some horrible illness and I do not feel great, but we had to get this clean done. So I got my new radio on, whacked the tunes up and got into my groove of cleaning. Me and Callum bought this sofa before we knew we were getting a puppy, and I asked Callum the other day, would we have got a different sofa if we knew when we bought it that we were going to get a dog? Because although you'd think dark would be a good colour with dog, it picks up on any colour of any juices, saliva, anything else, and it's just a nightmare to clean because it's fabric. But we're just going to ignore them stains for this clean because I do not have the energy to deep clean the sofa. I have never been a big fan of New Year's Eve. I find it so overrated. Everywhere's so busy, everywhere's so expensive, everywhere is fully booked. What are your thoughts of New Year's Eve? Do you love it or do you hate it? I intend to be asleep when the new year comes in because, to be honest, I've not had my eyes open past midnight in I don't even know how long. But anyway, this clean is now well underway and we moved on to the stairs. And at this point I was gasping for air because I physically cannot breathe through those, and these cleaning products are not helpful either, so we got all them windows open. But we made it to the dreaded room, the bathroom, and to be honest I hardly touched the surfaces, but it looks clean from the outside. Like me, the Hoover had had enough once we got to the bathroom, but the bedrooms were going to have to be neglected, unfortunately. So to finish the clean, I emptied the bathroom bin, swapped out the towels, made the mirrors look nice and shiny, and that was this New Year's Eve clean done. I hope you all have the best end to 2023 and I am so excited for 2024. Thanks for watching.
I had my first eye doctor appointment in 20 years and turns out I need glasses. So I got those this week, looked around the house and realized, wow, this place is a mess. So we're going to deep clean the kitchen today. Husband took the kids upstairs after lunch and we're just going to clean up down here as best as we can. Of course, it wouldn't be a meal without some stain remover. Full-X is the best. It can get out pretty much anything out of everything. And onto the real grime of the kitchen, the dishes. They have been sitting here all weekend and the flies were loving it. I, however, was not. The sink needed a good scrub down. Just emptying that out will make the room feel 10 times better. But we're going to go ahead and get all those goldfish swimming down the drain and scrub everything with the Scrub Daddy and some Dawn, not power wash, but Dawn just regular dish soap. A lot of times if you have a room in your house that's completely overwhelming, you don't know where to start. I usually start by picking up all the trash. And then for me in the kitchen, I'll move on to dishes next because it makes the biggest difference. It keeps you a little bit motivated when you see such a satisfying before and after. So after everything's cleaned up, we're going to put away the rest of the stuff. Got some nice muffins here that we picked up from, I don't know, Fresh Market. Nick took the girls out in the morning and came home with a bunch of random baked goods. Not complaining, but I'm going to take the trash out now. And of course the trash bag ripped completely, so I had to dump it into take the whole trash bag to the trash can and dump it into there. Probably why you're supposed to buy the recommended bags. We're going to sanitize the trash can itself. It needed a good scrub down because I don't know what's on it, but everything in this room had something splattered onto it. So after the trash, we're going to take it on the stove. We're going to let that marinate for a little bit and do the microwave, which had some spaghetti. There's always spaghetti somewhere in this kitchen. And onto the stove, nice and fresh and clean. Charlie is going to help me clean up her puzzle. She is a girl that loves puzzles and she loves breaking them down. So she's very excited to help with that. Going to disinfect the table, get all those grease fingerprints off of there from the night before, and then let the little robot vacuum do its work while I am chilling out in the other room. Going to grab a nice scented fall candle because it is fall here no matter what you say. We've got the kitchen all nice and clean. And this vanilla pumpkin crackle candle, chef's kiss. So no more squinting for me. Everything is in HD vision now and there are no crumbs left behind in the house.